All
Okay,
right.
I think we're
Well,
good.
welcome. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July. Katie and I were just talking at the gym this morning that my husband's birthday was June 30th. So I feel like we have been like celebrating since last week. We're like, okay, we got to get back on track here. So, but it was great. And I hope you guys had a wonderful one as well. So, congrats on a great June, you guys. We don't usually get to say this, but we did grow in June. So that is super duper exciting because, as you know, if you've been in this business for a while, our summer months are the slowest months. And so to hear that we did actually grow in June is just really just really brightened our spirits because I know you guys, a lot of you feel like we have felt that things just weren't moving, nothing was changing, and we just all kind of felt like we were in a slump. So I think June helped us with those bundles that Zaya was offering, and they're still offering, so take advantage of those. But it made a lot of people get out of their comfort zone and offer those up to people for hosting parties or doing reviews or whatever, however you use those bundles. I do feel like it was helpful, and they've extended it this month, so make sure you take advantage of that because those are awesome deals. That legging bundle, I think, was what, 5 pairs of leggings for $165. So that is incredible. So take advantage of those. And then also, if you didn't get to listen to the leadership call, with our directors and above, we had a leadership call with Zach Bradley. And that call, I feel like it really, really helped me. Like, I don't know what the word is. I was feeling kind of just like about my business, and hearing him talk and what he said about the future of Zaya, and just stay with it and hang in there. And I know we've heard it before, but it was just, I don't know, it was just really inspiring, and I had goosebumps and tears, and that always makes me feel feel good. It hit home. So if you haven't watched that recording yet, we decided we wanted to share it with everyone, including not just our directors and above. So but yes, energized after that. So yeah, listen to that. Congrats to our promo winners, our 600 by 1 more rep. You guys did awesome. There was 24 of you that qualified, and 3 of you qualified twice. So we are going to do that drawing. I don't know, maybe we should keep them hanging to the end of this call.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
But that was incredible. So we are drawing tonight for the $250 in cash, which is fun. We all need some extra cash these days for sure. So Zaya this month decided to kind of do what we did with the 1 and 1,000. If you get enroll 1 rep and you get 1,000 PV, you're going to get $100. If you do 2 enrollments and 2,000 in PV, you are going to get $300. Those cannot be combined, but definitely something to strive for. And that is on top of the 2,500 in PV. If you hit that, Zai will give you an extra 5% on your commission on your entire downline, not just your sales. 2,500 and 3 enrollments get you that 10%. And if you rank advanced, you're going to get 5%. So those make a big difference in your check. So I definitely, 2,500 is always what Katie and I strive for every month, but these summer months for sure, so we can just get that extra cash. Oh, and then also something that Katie and I are going to do for you guys in July, since I kind of took that promo that we just did in June, we are going to offer anybody who hits the 1 by 1,000 and the 2 by 2,000. The 2 by 2,000 will get 2 entries, but we're going to do kind of like what we're doing tonight. You'll be put in a drawing to earn that we're going to also give away another $250 in cash. So we will do that drawing at the end of July. I think that is it on the promos. Have I missed anything, Katie?
No, I'm so grateful you did that. It's a lot, you guys, and I know it can kind of feel like how do you keep track of all of this? It's a lot. I think I think you just need to set your sights on one of them and kind of piece it together that way. I was chatting with some girls and I was saying my goal this month is 2,000 PV and 2 reps, and then I'm like, but I also want that the bonus, the 5% bonus, so I might as well get 2,500. And then I was like, but then I should also get that extra rep because I mean it really you can layer the bonuses this month, which is really nice. Okay, we're going to do a quick chat about Summit. So for those of you that are new, I know we have a couple new people on this call. Summit is our annual convention. There are still a few spots left for the in-person tickets, but there are a lot of spots left for the virtual tickets. The event is September 23rd and 24th, and it's in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is so fun. I mean, if you want to grow your business, try to go to Summit. Do everything you can to get there. I'll never forget my first live event. It changed my business, changed my life. It's just leaders are born at events. You've got to be there. It's a great way to connect with other people, not even on your team, but just other people in this with you. You get to rub elbows and talk to our founders and get to know them a little bit better. You get to see the warehouse and kind of I love meeting all the people that are packing our orders and the customer service people, and it's just special. You realize that what you're a part of is not just you behind the computer, it's so much bigger than that, and it's just really important. Not to mention all the training and the energy that, like, you will leave and you will come and you will, put huge movement behind your business. So, anyway, that's my Summit spiel, but you'll get your tickets in your back office. If you need help doing that, let us know. We can help you find that. But I did want to just quickly chat through some scheduling things for those of you planners, and then we'll put it in the newsletter too, so it'll be coming out. But Friday morning, Sarah Anderson, she's our upline of Team Zaya Papaya. She's putting together a team hike Friday morning from 7:30 to 9 a.m. That's really special. It's like a huge group of us and we all go hiking, and it's just it's special. It's so fun. And then there are warehouse tours you can sign up for later on Friday, and then they bring food trucks to the warehouse and they're free, and you get to just eat your way out there. It's like a big block party. Honestly, it's so fun. And then Sarah Anderson has also put together a training just for her downline with her coach, who happens to be one of the speakers at Summit. Her name's Rachel Bodie, and she coaches those of us in this space of network marketing, but it's a private training for directors and above at Summit in her downline. It's from 3:30 to 5:30 on Friday. So I'll put all this in a Google form and email it out next week, and you'll let us know if you are coming to that or wanting to be a part of that, because she does need a head count. Then that night, Friday night, Monica and I are hosting a team dinner. Anyone from our team who is there, we would love to see you. It's at Buca de Beppo, just down the street, so you can just walk there from like where the convention is and where the main hotel is. And we probably need a head count for that too, but we'll put that in the form. So excited for that. And then Saturday all day is the conference. So that's where the training happens and the connections, more connections, and it's a very full day. And then Saturday night is the party that you had to qualify for. We're still in qualification for. It is for any directors, senior directors, and executive who maintain their rank 3 out of 5 months. It started in April, May, June, July. Yeah, April. I think it's April. Might be March. Anyway, all the details are in your back office. But that party is Saturday night, and then all Zaya execs and above are also invited to that party. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I bet you didn't qualify. If you know what I'm talking about, you've probably been working on maintaining that highest rank. So that's on Saturday night. So if you guys have questions about Summit, feel free to type them in the chat. I know that's a lot of information. Oh, the special training. I don't know, Cindy. That's a great thing. We could certainly ask her. I imagine that would be easy enough to do. Good. Okay. Yay. Yay for Summit.
Do you want to talk, we're going to just briefly talk about Punta Cana. Those of you that are going to Punta Cana, Katie and I are planning on doing a team workout that Saturday morning. If you're like, oh, no, thank you. Team workout / photo op of the team. That's just a good place that we can get everybody together. So if you don't want to work out, you just please come, show up. We'll get a picture of everybody together, because that's really our only opportunity to get everyone together, because there's so many of us and we'll be spread out all over the place. And then also this year, Katie and I are going to do something a little different too. We're going to be by the pool. We'll figure out all the details when it gets a little bit closer and when we get there. But Saturday afternoon, we're going to offer you guys some time with us to kind of chat about your business if you would like. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. But if you're like, oh yeah, I'd like a few minutes to sit down with you guys, we are going to set something up like that for you guys. So, but again, we'll put that in the Punta Cana Facebook group and, give you the details once we get a little bit closer. All right, Katie, I think we have everything.
One more quick thing. So if you follow us on the Zaya on Fire, it's actually just called On Fire on Instagram. I put up a quick thing about shoot us pictures of your Havana tanks with the bomber bra underneath, because we're going to make a reel that you can share. And the reason I did this is because I think they're working on a bundle with Havana tanks. And so I was just thinking that would be a really cool way to share some combos, because there are like so many different combos. So I've got several pictures, but you can send them on Instagram. That's been really easy, or however you want to get them to us. But I'm not in a hurry for this, but in the next week or so, when you're wearing a Havana tank with the bomber bra, take a picture and send it to us. Okay.
Awesome.
Boom. Let's get into some training. Monica, you want to kick this off?
Sure. So Katie and I, when we were talking about our businesses and these harder summer months and getting through them and what we're doing to get through them and what is helping, the two things that came to mind were gratitude and self-discipline. We feel like those are two big key things that will help you continue to grow your business and love your business and love your team throughout the summer. So we're going to talk a little bit about those. I'm going to take self-discipline and Katie's going to talk about gratitude. She gave me self-disciplined, I think, because I did the strength finder, and self-discipline is my number one strength on that finder. And as I was like kind of thinking through things, and I'm like, am I really that self-disciplined? But we're going to talk about some tips to help you become more self-disciplined. And I was like, oh yes, this all makes sense. And I see why I did score so high on that. And my number 3 was consistency. So I feel like consistency and self-discipline kind of go hand in hand. So self-discipline is the ability to push yourself forward, stay motivated, take action, regardless of how you're feeling physically or emotionally. So as we all know, this summer has been hard. And I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I wake up every morning and I'm like, okay, let's do this business. Like there are days that I've said to Katie, like, oh my gosh, I didn't feel like doing anything with my business today. So I am not saying that every day I wake up and I'm like, go, go, go. But again, when we talk about these tips, it's like the small things that I make sure that I do every day, whether or not I'm spending an hour or two or I'm spending 10 minutes, like I'm still showing up for my business every single day. So it's doing the small things daily that will compound over time to grow your business. And I like to compare, and Katie and I do this all the time with our fitness and our businesses. They really do go hand in hand as far as what you do at the gym and what you do for your business. So for our business, those daily activities, those reach outs, those follow-ups, those booking parties, doing parties. I know, again, Katie and I, after being in the business almost 5 years, it'll be 5 years in September for me, it's like, it's hard sometimes to keep having those parties. It's like you run out of ideas and, but that's what grows your business. Like having parties is how you grow your network and how you get that PV and how you can get those promos. So we have to do them. And so doing those reach outs and asking and like I say, some days I do it for 5 minutes and some days I can sit down for an hour and send out some messages. But the important thing is to just to do it, to take action. So at the gym, it's like, there are days that, trust me, like this morning, getting out of bed at 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym sounded absolutely horrible. Plus it was 100 degrees outside when we were working out. But we did it. Like, we got up, that alarm went off. We could have easily just hit snooze and been like, well, it was a long weekend. Like, I'm going to give myself one more day. But we didn't. We got out of bed, we pushed through it, went to the gym, and felt amazing when it was over. Again, with food, it's like, we definitely gave ourselves some grace over the last week as far as food and drinks and stuff. And, today it's like, oh gosh, like we still have some leftover, dessert in the refrigerator. But I'm like, nope, you do not need that today. You celebrated, you had your fun, and now it's time to get back on track. So just saying no or saying yes to those little things, like I say, compounds over time. So I'm going to give you some tips to help your self-discipline. So number one is choose a goal. So with your business, is it rank? Is it hitting those promos? Like Katie mentioned, like, okay, like what do I want to do this month? For me, this summer, it's definitely been that 2,500 every single month. That is like what's been in my head, because I want that extra 5%, because again, it's a small percentage, but it does make a difference in those checks. With your, what is your goal for weight loss? Are you going on a vacation? Do you want to look better in your swimsuit? Or do you want to feel healthier? You're going to eat better, all of those things, they just all go hand in hand. Find your motivation. So what is motivating you to stay on track? Like, so with your business, it's like, oh gosh, I don't feel like sitting down and doing these 10 reach outs, but I want to hit this promo this month. I want that 2,500, and I want to add, 3 people to my team. So yeah, you have to do that in order to, it's not going to just happen. Like, just, you have to put in the work. Replace old habits with new habits. So if you normally, we'll go back to the fitness. Like, if you normally sit on the couch at 7:30 and have your bowl of ice cream, instead of having your bowl of ice cream, you're going to brush your teeth, and then you're going to go take a walk, because that's going to get that craving out of your mouth, and because your teeth are brushed, and you're just going to go on a walk, and you're going to feel so much better when you hit the bed, because you didn't have that bowl of ice cream and you went for that nice walk. Monitor your progress. Again, you have to kind of see where you're at during the month, as far as like hitting those promos. It's like, okay, well, I'm at $500, this week in sales. So how much do I need to get for the last 3 weeks to make it happen? Maybe you break it down into days. Like, I know a lot of people break it down into days. I kind of like to look by the week, and do I have a party here, or do I not have a party? And oh no, like, let's get a party, because I don't see how I'm going to get these sales without it. So you got to just kind of see where you are during the month. Take action. Again, it's that simple thing of just saying, I'm going to sit down here for 10 minutes. That's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to give myself 10 minutes today, and I'm going to send out those messages. I'm going to comment on Instagram on 10 people's posts, or I'm going to, go through my customers and see how they like their likeness, whatever it is. Yes, the 5-second rule. And that's the thing. It's just like, okay, I can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to reach out and I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to move on and I'm going to feel better about myself because I made myself do that. Work from a list. So I am like, my list today was really ugly. But like, I feel like I'm going to be able to cross off every single thing on my list today, which is amazing. That makes me feel so good. If there's things that I'm like, oh, I forgot to write that on my list today, but I did it, and I'll go over there and write it on, but I didn't do that today. That's all legit. So, but definitely working and prioritizing what you have to do. Like, if it's those reach outs, or if it's, I even put dinner on and I put a food reel and whatever it is, like, I was like, okay, I need to do a food reel today because I post those on Tuesdays. Like, I don't, if I don't get laundry done today, it's okay. That's on the list, but So just prioritize the important things on your to-do list, but I do feel like working from a list is super helpful. Identify your obstacles. So what could get in the way of your goals? I mean, that's an easy one when I think of the gym, or, there's a lot of times like our neighbors are outside having a beer and it's 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh, I really want to go out and visit with them. But I know that they'll ask me if I want to drink, and I have to be up at the gym at 4:30. So I'm just not even going to go out there. So you have to like play those scenarios in your head. Same thing with sweets and stuff. I feel like if you start with that little bite, then you're going to keep craving it, and you're going to, so you don't even get it out of the refrigerator. You don't even look at it. So with your business, maybe you sit down to work your business and you have a message on Facebook from a friend. And if you open that up and you start chatting with her, or you have a text message or something, you're going to get distracted. So it's like, okay, once I get my 10 reach outs done, then I'm going to go and read that text message or that, Facebook message or message. And then my last one that I want to share with you is find an accountability partner. I cannot stress that enough. Like, find that person that, I'm blessed with Katie. Like we have each other, and I know that, I wouldn't be where I'm at in this business without her. And I just feel like with our fitness journey together, like, we're at the gym at 5:30 in the morning, ready to work out, and just even with food, and it's like, okay, we're not going to drink the rest of the month until Punta Cana. Like, it's just like, so I can hold her accountable. Well, she said that. I did not say that. So I can be like, hey, you can't have that drink. You said you were. I was like, all right, I'm not going to commit to that. But I will commit to eating clean and not having those desserts and such. But and we will show up at the gym, and we will get those workouts in. And even with our business and reach outs, it's like, you sometimes, like, the summer's been hard, and she'll be like, I don't feel like working mine, and I'll be like, I don't feel like working mine. But then it's like, no, we need to, like, let's send those reach outs, let's do those follow-ups, let's do a promo for our team, let's do this, let's do that. So trying to, find somebody that you can bounce some ideas off of, and just have that support, and somebody that you can just chat with when things are bad, and chat with when things are good, and celebrate, the accomplishments of each other. So, and then I want to leave you with this quote from Dwayne Johnson. We do today what others won't, so tomorrow we can accomplish what they can't. So I think that it just resonates with me, because if you do the hard things, it will pay off. But if you don't, then you won't get to have that success. So awesome.
I love it. So good. Are you guys so fired up now? Discipline. It's like, having Monica in my life is so, like, I'm just always watching her and her husband, Monica and Troy, together. They are the most disciplined people I've ever met in my life. So having the right people around you just makes all the difference. So we listened to, did we get this idea from a podcast? Oh no, Monica, we got it from Zach's call. So after we heard Zach's call, we just talked about how it's discipline and then gratitude that really make for not only a great business, but a great life. And so we decided that this was going to be our focus for the rest of this month, but then I keep saying for the rest of this year, because why not? Why not make that our focus? What a great focus. So for the rest of 2022, we're going to be really talking about discipline and gratitude, because those two things together are like the best combination of amazing. And like I said, it's not just for your business. The best thing about these attributes is that they bleed into other areas of your life. So if you become really disciplined in your business, guess what? You're going to notice that discipline going into your fitness, and going into your parenting, and going into your other goals that you have for yourself. And the same with gratitude. If you're grateful for things in your business, it spills out into the rest of your life. And we're really big on wanting happy people on this team. Like we want you to love your lives. We hope Zaya is a part of it, but really we just want you to love your lives and be happy people. So we think that discipline and gratitude are great focuses. So I'm going to wrap this up. I have a few things I want to say about gratitude. And then we're going to draw. I have a little prize for you about that. And then we're going to draw for the $250 cash. Okay. So I just wanted to start with this quote by Eckhart Tolle. Acknowledging the good you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. It's just so beautiful. And it's kind of like a magnet. And I feel like it's one of those things that doesn't really make sense when you verbalize it, but when you do it, you feel it, and then you sort of understand it. It's like acknowledging what you already have attracts more of that to you. Sure, I'll say it again. Acknowledging the good you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. And if you search Eckhart Tolle quotes, you'll find it, and you could screenshot it, and it's just so beautiful. But I looked up this, you guys know Brene Brown she researches vulnerability and bravery and gratitude as well. And she said that the relationship between joy and gratitude was one of the most important things she found in her research. I wasn't expecting it, she says. In my 12 years of research on 11,000 pieces of data, I did not interview one person who had described themselves as joyful, who also did not actively practice gratitude. So it's a practice. Most of us don't just walk around knowing how to be grateful all the time. I mean, some of us do. There are some people in the world that are just naturally grateful. But for most of us, we have to practice it. It's a muscle that you have to flex and get better at. And so I want to share a few gratitude practices you can incorporate into your life. But practicing gratitude invites joy into our life. So pretty. I mean, I just got goosebumps. So a couple ideas. I'd never heard of this one. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4. So at 12:34 on the clock, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every day when you see that number on the clock, you say something that you're grateful for. Thought that one was kind of cute. I like the dinner gratitude. We do this at my house, but we don't call it a gratitude practice. We just go around and share the best parts about our day, challenge, and then we talk about like a random one. But going around and just saying something you're grateful for, I think is great. I really like, though, when you do something like that you make it specific, because it's just too easy to be like, my friends, my family, my health, like something from that day that happened that you're grateful for. The more specific it is, the better your brain can recall it and duplicate it and all of that science. And of course, another really great one is meditation. So how many of you meditate? Like, by a show of hands. Okay, meditation is really hard for us, like really hard. But you guys, every successful person I read about meditates. I know that it's the key because it's part of this whole gratitude thing. So if you haven't tried the Headspace app, I'd like to recommend it. This is not an ad, but I really do think it's awesome because you can customize the length of the meditation. So right now I'm starting again. And so I had a really good, stretch, and then I fell off the wagon, but I'm starting again. So mine are only 5 minutes now. 5 minutes. I feel like I'm going to ease back in, and then you can up it to 10 and then 15 and 20, but they're guided. So he talks you through how to do it, what to breathe, what to think about. Today's was about jealousy and envy. Like, who doesn't need work on that? So it was just 5 minutes of him talking. He's got this great accent, and then he helps you breathe. And I was only focused for about 30 seconds of that meditation, but I'm trying to create that habit that goes into this, that the discipline Monica talked about, which will then go into that just being good at gratitude kind of all the time. But I will tell you my favorite gratitude practice ever, and prayer, yes, that's so good, Cindy, is journaling. And I have been very good at this. But I recently got this new journal. It's called the 5-Minute Journal. My husband got it for free at a conference and was like, here, I'm not going to use this. I know you like this stuff. And I am obsessed with it. But it's so expensive, so I'm trying to write my own and get it cheaper, and then I'll figure out a way to get it to you guys. But it's expensive because it's like a little random publishing company. But every day there's a morning section here with 3 sets of questions. I am grateful for, and then there are 3 lines. What would make today great? There are 3 lines, and a daily affirmation. That's all you do in the morning. And then in the evening, you do the top 3 highlights of your day and what did you learn today. And I've been doing it for 4 weeks and I'm just like, I cannot tell you how excited I am to come down the stairs in the morning and do this. And then when we get off this call, I'm going to fill it out. I think because it's a check mark and I strive for check marks like Monica, but I also know, like, I feel like it's guiding my day better and I'm in a different headspace because of this practice. This is a practice. So I'm going to give away 3 of these journals. They are too expensive. They're $29 for this little thing, but I'm still going to give away 3 of them. Here's how you have to enter the contest. You have to somehow take a picture or document this team call in your stories, Facebook stories or Instagram stories. Somehow talk about the call. It could be a picture of you and say, I just got off a team call and this is what we talked about. It could be a picture of everybody, whatever you want to do. Document the call, tag the On Fire on Instagram, and we'll draw 3 of you to win this journal, okay? And I'll give you through like tomorrow night because we'll mail out the call. Okay, so think about what method that I talked about suits you best because they're not going to all work for all of us. How can you make it a habit? The key here is that it's got to be simple, which is why I love this. It's so simple. I do not even have to think about this. I have to think a little harder about the meditation, so that one's coming slower. Is it, do you take a walk every single day and you could just use the walk to quiet your mind and just express some gratitude as you take this corner every day, you turn this corner, and that's when you are reminded to, throw up some statements of gratitude. What can you do to make it simple and to make it a habit? Because that habit of gratitude is what's going to bring all of that abundance into your life. Okay, are you guys set for gratitude and discipline for the next 6 months? We're in this with you. We're so excited to make this our focus. Okay, let's see if I had anything else. Told you about the challenge. Okay, Monica, do you have anything to add?
No, I think they're waiting patiently for the $250.
Okay, let me share my screen. You guys just want your money.
That's why they stay on. Okay.
I'm just teasing you. I know, those are all the things I need to do. Okay, are you guys ready? So this is everybody's name. If you had more than one entry, I put your name in that many times. Ready?
Ready? I'm excited. Feel like Wheel of Fortune. Oh,
Noah
Wilson.
Woo! Look at the confetti. Congrats, Noah. So you're going to just go ahead and send a message to Monica, or you can email us. We'll get you your money via Venmo. So you just need to contact us and we'll send it your way.
Oh, and she's due with Babes any day. Oh,
yay, a baby present.
That's awesome.
Yay. Oh, yay. That's awesome. Does anybody have any questions before we go? That was kind of fast, but a lot of stuff. You guys ready? Ready for bed? All right, everybody. We'll send this call out tomorrow so you can tag your teammates or tell them to watch it and make sure that you enter that drawing for the journal by tomorrow night.
Awesome. Thank you guys for being on.
Love you. Bye.